Oi, oi, Flat Earth British think tank, Martin speaking. Double flat thumbs to infinity, thrice on toast with little silver bells on forever into infinity. Beat that. So I hope everybody's fantastic. Today is day of the week that I do not recall. Thursday. Today's Thursday, and we're going to have a special show to have a bit of a giggle. Okay, we're going to look at some history as we do. Okay, and I'm guessing you can see by the title. Let me just check my audio. 2 secs. Super fantastic, great. I have been time traveling, actually without moving from my armchair, but that's okay because it is definitely time traveling. This week, I have been visiting one of my favorite decades of all decades. Whole families living on 2 bob a week. Nobody had fuck all. Nobody stole anything because nobody had anything to steal. Everybody left their front doors open. Everyone had beautiful gardens. The ice cream man sold drugs. It was a fabulous time. So we're going to look at the 1970s. Now, I feel if I keep visiting the 1970s, eventually they probably will ban me. I'm probably going to be banned from different decades in my time traveling experience, but I am Flat Earth British and I'm always happy to share my experience with you. So I'm going to bring, some images that I collected on my time traveling experience from my chair, of the 1970s, one of my favorite decades, actually. It was fun. Things seemed a lot more innocent back in the 70s. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. Okay. But it was not like it was now, where the television and everything is just pushing it. You know what I mean? It was just completely different. And some aspects of the 1980s. Yeah, 1980s were fantastic. Can't remember much of them to talk about it to you. So we'll do that on another time traveling experience later on. Also, we'll be looking at some antiquity as well that I've collected, and pictures and thoughts and stuff ahead of Flatterday. Now, I was going to say precursor, but that actually means precurse. So I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that. I'm thinking about that word. So I'm going to shout you all. I love you all. I'll have a fantastic night. I'm not going to hang around forever tonight on this postage because I got too much shit ongoing and I got a lot to get through. Meaning, the organization, of the Holy Grail of the Great Reset conference, which is literally heart beats faster as I look at the calendar. Weeks away, less, the 16th. Okay, Easter Saturday, Easter Flatterday. There's a ton of people going to get together, okay, and we're going to have one big hug. We're going to do Oops Upside Your Head on the dance floor and then do a big conga on the streets of Birmingham. Maybe that's just my fantasy, but that's the way it should go, okay? But it'd be a lot of truth in it. It'd be a lot of flat smacking, history smacking, music smacking, and it will be a fantastic time. So they are selling like hotcakes. If you do intend to go, I will get your ticket like ASAP. Okay, and we've had some exciting updates as well. Roxanne, you know, the beautiful Roxanne, she's going to take part with Rich. Now, you all know Rich, who's sunning himself in Tenerife when the rest of us are freezing our bollocks off in shitty Britain land. That's nice, Rich. Thanks. Leaving us over here. Anyway, we're going to have some fun anyway. So that's the idea of the show, to bring the love, the vibration, up the vibration. Okay, make sure that everyone stays on that happy buzz, because if you're not on that happy buzz, they're winning because you're giving them exactly what they want. They only feed on that negative energy. If you haven't got negative energy, when they can't feed and they die, they wither and die like that. The witch on the Wizard of Oz, who could destroy my beautiful wickedness? We did. We fucked you up with love. So yeah, the conference is super exciting. There's so much going on in it. It's just hard to believe, all in one day. That'll be interesting. That'll be fantastic, actually. So we're doing that. That's one of the early year Flat Earth British thing. We've already had the tour, and there's other stuff upcoming, but I'll just like break it down to you slowly, okay? Because there's so much of it. Leave your head spinning. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've got my time travel clothes on. Obviously, if you wear time travel clothes, it makes it a fuck ton easier to time travel. And I've been doing time traveling all my life, really. Sometimes I used to be able to hear the like creaking and bells of wooden ships when there wasn't no ships around, and I had that for like ever, really. So that's how I've been back to a previous life experience or something like that. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to time travel. We're going to have a little giggle at it all, because if you are of a certain age, okay, don't give your age away. Don't have, doesn't even matter, because age is bullshit. That's programming, isn't it? Put another candle. You're 54, Alfred. Blow the candle out. I haven't got any puff. Up out of the program. Okay, it's bullshit on toast is what aging is. Do you know how they kill everyone? They fucking dehydrate them. They suck all that fucking water, and none of the water is water anyway. It's like the water has the water taken out. None of it's living water, is it? So they dehydrating everyone and getting to the hospital. There's so many people I've heard about, friends of close friends, like in the last few days, that have literally nearly dropped dead from, you know, the usual. Take a wild guess, guys. Yeah, J-Hap. I know. They are starting to drop like flies. No, I knew that. I knew they'd call off the pandemic. Let everyone like sort of distract them with like stupid shit, like pretending wars, stuff like that. While they're doing a magic trick. And then, so everyone will be like, you know, just confused by the fog of war and everything that's happened anyway, because most people are half mad by now. Then they'll start dropping. And that's what's coming. They should never have fucking had it. So, bandana. So, YouTube don't like me. Thought I'd better mention this. I did do a little live event yesterday, but it self-destructed after like 10 minutes because I was in my morning scruffies around the table. Okay. So, not very HD friendly, but I'm not vain, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, I did a vlog to test if I could still go live on my Liedtkes channel, like 2 weeks after convention. My hat turned over. I thought, this is a fucking disaster. This is not the first time this has happened. They took my channel out, lost 30,000 subscribers in a click of a finger, only hours before I'm like in front of the world media in the 2018 Flat Earthers convention, in the same building as we're having this convention, juries in the centre of Birmingham. Don't you know? So it's like always choreographed to try and undermine me and fuck me up. So I'm like all discombobulated, so I don't present anything too fucking juicy. And they do it every single time to me, guys. Every time. I'm more so on this one. So yeah, I've had 2 copyrights in the last week. One of them was for a 5-year-old video. Okay. So they're just shitting them out of nowhere. They're just telling me they can take me out anytime they want. And then the one I received this yesterday was a bit confusing because it's a 90-day strike. Yeah, I could still go live, which is a bit weird. The only penalty that I can make out that I will be issuing is I cannot monetize my channel for 3 months, which is really, really unfortunate. So I can see what they're doing there. Okay, this is choreographed and thought of very carefully. So all of this is set to fuck me. So yeah, next 3 months, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm on a strike. It's a really new kind of strike. You know, they're shitting out these new rules, YouTube, like it's no tomorrow. You know, I had to go to attend a naughty fucking school, and I couldn't answer any of the questions. YouTube naughty school. I kept getting them wrong all the time and all the time. In the end, they had enough and gave up on me and just gave it to me anyway. Because I'm not answering your stupid fucking questions. Fuck off. What do you think we are, guys? But anyway, I will still use YouTube because it's the only format we seem to have to be able to get truth out, apart from all of these other formats, which is going to be a ton of work to build up again. So, right, let's shout to you all. So, yeah, I'm on a community strike, so I'm going to be very careful. Hoping they don't take me out before the convention. That would be really unfortunate. But let's get on with the juice. So, Devore is in the house. You're in Kentucky. Yeah, loads of berry pyramids in Kentucky. I've seen that. And Tataria Meltage, Wagwan Meltage, and a lovely Alexa Allen. Whilst these old tactics are at play, new routes to and from abundance are dancing in. And that's a good point as well. Yeah, because a lot of people just focus and, maybe obsess on some of these bullshit narratives that they push on us. I've done it myself, guys. I'm guilty of it myself. I've been like, in the past worried about the stupidest shit. Did it matter? Did it fuck? That was me just doing time travel look, but I can't actually see properly. Oh, there's better, higher. So higher Art Matters. Hope and catch up with you soon, my brother. The naughty corner is where I spent my life. People are mostly narcissistic, and people are fucked. As much as I make an effort to try and reach, I'm finding that a lot of people are just too rude, is what I'm finding. Patrick Work, Turkey. We love you, Patrick. I'm going to be coming to see you in Turkey ASAP. That is my prime directive of survival mechanism, because, like, I ain't digging where I am, put it that way. Tom Stanley, Screwtube. Hippie Shake. So, but yeah, I do sort of slag them off and dance all over them all of the time anyway. And a lot of the stuff that I do, I get away with a lot of shit, don't I, on YouTube. So, ooh, look who's in house. Lovely India, who made me a beautiful video today, which I've posted literally everywhere in the world, because I can. And basically, it's saying about Roxanne and Rich and all the new things that are happening in the tour, in the convention, because the tour is already done. Deborah, Spiritual Swag, viewing from Kentucky, a little late. You're sitting out on one of those verandas, like a little house on the prairie. I want one of them. Not jealous. I've got both of one of them. Be really, really nice. Matt Moore on tour. They are cooking funds, Martin. They are, my brother. Benny Boy, Todd Meltage, and Ellie. Hiya. Where will we go to see you? Rumble. I don't know. All of these where they send people, all these formats, D-Live, all of them. It just all stinks of them. It is them anyway. It's you fucking YouTube, isn't it? So otherwise, why would they tell you to go there? But it's just this is my life's work on these channels. It's thousands of videos, it's millions of hours. I've literally shared millions and millions of images, books. It's a massive resource that I would never be able to have the time in my life to be able to reproduce, because it's taken so many years and effort and, despair. So I just can't go through all that again. So, love in the mist. Love you, Jennykins. We all just get to Wales land, I guess. It's not all that in Wales land, Jennykins, okay? Let me assure you. It's part of Britain. Have you heard of that? Watch the film The 53rd State, right? It is as shit as that. And it was shitter in the 70s. I'm going to show you now. Although, if you do remember the 70s, and you will remember the 80s, don't you? Generation of Power Rangers, etc. If you haven't any idea what I'm talking, it will still be great entertainment value. You'll be able to see the sweets we had. You'll be able to see the wallpaper we had. You'll be able to see the fashions we had. Like my clickbait thumbnail that I put on there because people are proper pervy and just watch the video because of the thumbnail. I am finding. So I will use that to get you over. Brutal honesty, mate. Valerie, I love you, Valerie. You're so kind to me. Everyone is being so kind and supportive to the great Flatterday British think tank ever. It may seem chaotic and a bit sort of straggly at the ends, but I can assure you, right, it's all really fucking together. You'd be surprised. I shit a lot out. You would be surprised. You know that already. Joshua, good to see you, my friend. Benny. Manny is Truth Seeker, and he's sharing my stuff out. So yeah, the movie will be out soon of the next level. So that'll be something to look forward to there. Yeah. Millions more people being flat smacked. So yeah, Celtic to Charity and channel. I'm on there live too, yeah, and also on Facebook as well. So hi guys on Facebook. I know a lot of you, my Facebook mates on there, only watch me on there. So there's quite a few watch me on there too. So this is more just to entertain myself. It is, guys, rather than this video. Because it all tickled me, and I tell you what, this is it's something about sort of looking back and thinking back, and them nice warm feelings you used to get, and the tastes and the smells. Well, part of this, new fucked up copy simulation, I'm harping back, that's what I'm doing, to how the old reality that we used to be in look like and smell like and taste like. And I tell you what, gives you nice warm feelings when you see. Okay, guys, especially if you were around back then. Yeah, leave it to me. Take you on a crazy ride for a little bit. Hi, D'Angelo, my bro. Floyd, good to see you. Retro. Oh, there's all sorts of nutty noises coming from outside. AZ. Teletubbies. Can't fucking stand them. They're like fucking. They must just spike all the children with drugs and make them watch Teletubbies, because that's like proper acid stuff. That is. It's like weird as fuck. I had to build. I was working on the buildings once, and I had to build a Teletubbies village. Believe it or not, no, I shit you not. I had the plans for Teletubbies village, and I had to rebuild it using just turf and fucking clay. It was good fun. Just saying. Melissa, good to see you. And Benny Boy, Mark Devlin had his backup channel taken down as well. Oh no, there's a blow. He's done with YouTube. There's a bit of a blow. See, they're taking us out, threatening us with fucking copyrights. There'll be no truth left on YouTube. It'll all be mainstream bullshit. If you want truth, you can go to their fucking spokesman, Russell Brand. He'll tell you the fucking truth. Truth of what he is. Every time you look in his eyes, makes my blood boil, guys. These fuckers get away with it all the fucking time, and people are so fucking stupid. They can't fucking see it. Does me in. Just to even think it. Oh, space stuff. That does me in. Just at this stage, it's so ridiculous and so pathetic, all of it. I can't even argue the point with anybody anymore, because all they do is tell me stuff that they read out of a book and think that that's the way it is, even though they've never experienced it in their life and they never ever fucking will. That's some form of insanity, surely. Anyway. Hello, Martage. Much love from Turkey. I really like Turkey. It even sounds nice. And the ark is supposed to be there when Noah landed. You read my fucking mind about aging and dehydrating. Well, this is it, right? We're going to talk about skeletons. I want to talk about skeletons now, because my brother's here, Hank the Wank. Do you know about him? So he's been through all of these, like, he's basically been joining a lot of, he's had 3 jabs, 2 boosters. He's like a crackhead for jabs. There he is. Now, he's gone through all of them. I mean, the Mujahideen, he was in the IRA for quite a while. Tamil Tigers, he tried a little bit last week with Bad to Mine Off, but he went with basically the Texas Border Control, because he said he likes shooting Mexicans. And this week, he's joined the Basque separatists. Apparently, they're all female. They've all set up again. Oh, shit. Protein spike. Yeah, get under the table. You've all read the manual. You under the table till it's over? The hell of it. The hell I gotta go through. So I can't kill him because he's dead already. Okay. So we'll talk about that later, about skeletons and their form, as part of a topic on Flat Earth British, actually. Like, because, like people, like old people, let's just think about them for a minute. Like, if you go to an old age pensioners home, they're like literally a skeleton with skin on top, aren't they? They're like literally like no flesh, but they are animated. People like in concentration camps and shit, yeah, they are like proper skeletons, like just skin on top of a skeleton, and everything seems to be ticking over just about. But they are like human skeletons. And you have the films like on the Black Pearl, Jack Sparrow, where they got them, the sailors, the pirates, and they're like half skeleton and half flesh or fish in some cases. Was there a state in the past where we weren't in this realm of some of us, and not so solid, as in, the atoms, so-called atoms, all give off into the ether? Maybe that was what was going on with some aspects of this reality. Maybe you just couldn't hold it together, the avatar, the simulation. I've had experiences where I have seen, I know it sounds nuts, but I have seen molecular buildup on a plant, where I literally seen a thing growing like with my own eyes. It was just absolutely fantastic. But any like sort of the atoms coming off of my hands or anything, only in the ethereal aura state do I perceive that, which is the other us, isn't it? The higher us is where we reside. So I wonder where that is. Hi, Mags. Good to see you, lovely. Kevin. So yeah, I'm going to get on with some juice. We've got some lovely color images, loads of narratives. I'm going to talk a little bit about the royalty, but I'm not going to say anything derogatory because I think they're like absolutely fantastic. Yeah. I'm the number one in their like appreciation society. See how much I meant that. So genuine there, wasn't I? So I hope Hank is going to make it to Birmingham. I'm taking it to Birmingham. Yeah, I've promised him. I promised him good time. I have. So he's coming. Yeah, Hank the Wank's no ham anyway. He hasn't got eyes, so he can't see anything. He hasn't got a winky, so I'm going to worry about that. Well, actually, he has. He's got a bone. He's a skeleton. He's got a bone. Oh, anyway, loving the mist. Yeah, he's great. He is great fun, though. You know, it's just them noises he makes at night drives me fucking mental. I just want to strangle him, but like I said, he's dead, so we can't do nothing about it. So I should have basically not watched the telly and stayed away from them. So in this next bit, where I'm going to take you on my experiences of the 1970s, which I can tell you were, I had a brilliant childhood. I was lucky, but for a lot, it wasn't. Most people's houses were absolutely stinking. Nobody had sweet fuck all. Okay, not even a uniform to go to school. You just hand me downs off your brothers and sisters. It's the way the world was, and we were all richer for it because there was still honor amongst thieves. There was trust amongst communities that just doesn't exist anymore. It's a crying shame. You know, it's a beautiful time, 1970s. Absolutely loved it. And plus, we never had McDonald's. The only fast food we had is when Wimpy turned up. Okay, and they were fucking fantastic. But everyone was like how people used to be. Not sort of like with massive amounts of water retention and look like they're going to explode any minute, sort of thing. Shuffling along. So anyway, I sounded fattest. I'm not anything kissed, as you know. Yeah. I love them all equally. Just don't get too close. Vibes, good to see you. All hail GeoShifter. All hail GeoShifter. Love you, my brother. How's it going there? Flat and stationary and motionless. I know, I get sick on an elevator. If we were spinning at those speeds, I'd be puking all over you right now. And that would not be nice. Hi, handsome. Hiya, Daisy. In Massachusetts. Kins. Ah, we love you, Stacey. It's that happy, happy face you've always got. It emanates warmth. Ladies, images. A mermaid. That's hard to get. No. I've got probably one of the most expansive collection of mermaid pictures on the internet. What? I'm a sailor. Harry. I am a Lord Shri Harry. Good to see you, my friend. Harry. So let's get into some stuff. Have a little think. Now, remember the conventions I said. I'm going to show you a little video that I posted everywhere anyway today, a little bit later. We're going to have a look at the 1970s. Now, when I was growing up in the 1970s, my experience was games of British and Germans out the street, Religo, up the woods, Taz and Swings, burning stuff, and skinheads, punk rockers. There was no mods where I lived. They wouldn't have lasted 2 seconds. But that sort of thing is what I remember. But my first year of high school was in 1979. And I was proper block up by then, by the way. So the music was fantastic. The television was fucking brilliant. And I'm going to make you all remember how fantastic the 1970s. If you weren't there, I'm going to tell you all about it. So don't even worry. Okay. Just let me tell you now, right? This realm, this paradigm you're living in now with all these mobile phones and stuff, it's shit. It is absolutely bollocks on toast, guys. I'm not enjoying any of it. It was lovely years ago. Walking down to the telephone box, spliff on the way down. Yeah. Fucking 10 pence in the telephone box. Do you remember? Precious moments like that, guys. Beep, 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 beep. I know you feel sad. Don't feel sad. Anyway, on with the show. Peace and love to you all. Have a fantastic evening while you're staying. Yeah, make sure to share the show if you could possibly do that. And I'm going to run through with stuff. Okay. So, 007, who is 007 at Ocean 11. He's a rude boy, and he has posted our advert up today. So, like Dave, he's got his mush everywhere on the internet today. If he actually has a look, he'd be like, fucking hell, I'm all over the internet. Yes, Dave, you are. We put you everywhere on the internet. So I'll play this a little bit later. It's a nice, I think, 7-minute video. Roxanne is on there. Roxanne Glenich. Yeah. Could you hear a wooty woot? Yeah, that's right. So I wonder what time Synchronicity Society is on. Oh, I have to check on that. Over don't like stepping on other people's toes, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I'm going to welcome you to the 1970s. You may not know, if you're from America land, anything about what I'm about to say. This is Chaz and Dave, yeah, eyeing up what we call in Britain skirt. Okay, you won't stop talking. Why don't you give it a rest? Yeah, bunny jabber, rabbit, rabbit. Don't know what I'm saying to you guys. Don't even fucking worry. But the beauty of this photograph is mud flooders. Yeah. They knew where to photograph. Chaz and Dave were epic. I hope they're not dead. One of them is, I think. Bollocks. Anyway, good for a sing song and a piss up when you're on the way to the toilet to vomit, because everyone did in the 70s. It was a lot of vomiting. The drugs were very, very strong. Ooh, Joanna Cumley. So, do you know who Joanna Lumley? No, this is not Joanna Lumley. This is all right. Questions on answers on a postcard. Can you remember her name? Jenny Agatha. She went walkabout once, right? And then she grew up into bit of Jenny Agatha. There she is. And she was very popular in the film American Werewolf in London, where some genius scriptwriter, casted her as a nurse. That was a brilliant bit of movie magic right there. So appreciation, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Anybody? Oh, don't even worry. This is a 10 out of 10. Wilfie Smith, tooting popular friend. I'd have joined you, Wilfie. I'd have given up all my life to hang around with you and Tex. And I can't remember his name. Can anyone remember Speed? Yeah, Speed. Okay, it looks different there, Speed, doesn't he? So do any of you remember tooting popular front? Wolfie Smith? Oh, okay. It's probably, I'm just on my own and nobody knows what I'm on about. Doesn't matter. Anyway. Oh, do you know why I love? I'm not going to lie here, right? I look at my bunny rabbit, Fluffy, and I get this feeling in me. And every time I think of it, I love you as much as I loved Sooty. Sweep is what I think. Because when I was a kid, I couldn't even look at Sweep without like actually feeling like emotionally tearful because I love it so much. Yeah. But I think like really funny stuff started to happen when Sue turned up, enter, hoes before bros. Something happened when Sue turns up, right? Yeah. Matthew Corbett will tell you that the whole demographic, the whole dynamic of the whole situation of Sooty and Sweep, they were very close. Look at them. That's real love. And then who comes in? Cleaning stuff, saying stuff. And but besides that, let's just have a Sweep moment. Fucking love you, Sweep. Not so much Sooty. I had a Sooty. I was gutted. I never had a Sweep though. So you may not remember this guy. Yeah. So it's Patrick Macnee. No, he was an actor. He was in Clockwork Orange. He played a pedo in that too. In a nightclub in Cardiff years ago, back in the punk days, called Radcliffe's, he fucking put his hands on my mate Sid's leg, tried to fucking get him up. I shit you not. So he nearly got deaded. But yeah, right old pervert hanging around in Cardiff bars, that fucker. Ugh. But he looks like as well, doesn't he? So what we got here then, brother? So if life was like on the buses, fucking hell, a lot of people would have died of STDs by now. So Olive, now, she must have known that everyone thought she was possibly the ugliest woman in the world. But she was so brave that she got out there, acted, earned millions probably. Reg Varney, look at that face. Butter wouldn't welt in his mouth, would it? No, Reg. Yeah, cheeky fucker. On the buses, they were the good old days. In Ma, what? Oh, I'm gonna start watching all our series again because it was that fucking fantastic. Anyway, dun 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 ding ding dun. What is wrong with this image? Now I stared at it endlessly because I've been in London shitloads as a kid and thought, well, fuck me, it don't look like all like that all crunched up together. And that's what the question is. What's the first thought that comes into your head after seeing this Thames television ident? Is well, like obviously, like Big Ben or Stephen's Tower is not next to the post office tower behind. So they're all crunched all together anyway. But yeah, that was a brainwashing tone on that, wasn't there, guys? Okay, now. Do you still know your childhood number? Yes, 592-738. Easy peasy. It'll never go. Can you remember your childhood number, guys, from your phone? That's the one that never goes, isn't it? Because, like, you ain't going to be able to phone your mother, innit, for help from the telephone box. Can any of you remember? Yeah, you sure do, Matt. Yeah, we all do. All right, don't give it up, mucking fudder. I'll be phoning you later in the past, telling you won the Littlewoods pools, and you'll be thinking it's all true. Don't do that, by the way. Louise, UK, hiya. Hi, Onse's my brother. Much love to you. Gary Feltmeyer. The Angelo. So yes, absolutely. So there you are. And it's funny how we remember. That's because it was a survival thing, isn't it? It's like how many times do you have to? Well, I had to ring my mother, like help me. Where are you? Anyway, now come on, admit it. You did this once. Remember that taste? It's like acidy taste when it's burning your tongue. Don't put it on your fillings. Fuck me. Do not do that on your fillings. You remember doing that? I got one of those batteries. I'm not going to do it though because I already knows I've had the experience. It's not all that. I'm just saying, but the stupid shit we do to see if a battery's live anyway. Yep, Matt. Yep, Valerie. We all did it, didn't we? Yep. Okay. Money. I used to love payday. Guess what, guys? Back in the day, we used to have a big wad of cash and change in a brown paper envelope to go and get completely bollocks with on the weekend. It was fabulous. It was like proper rich. Because it looks a lot more when it's a big wad of money, and it feels like you've actually, because you just like your back's gone, you just worked like fuck all week, and then you get like a load of cash. It was fantastic. They should bring that back. I loved it very much, but they're not going to ever do that, are they? People have been complaining about a Morse code or high-pitched frequency in the background of my videos. I can't hear it, but I got my son like sort of fucking Bitcoin mining off my main computer might be it, so I don't know what to do anyway. So sorry about that. Anyway, my computer literally conked out 2 days ago. I had to have like a manual service. So here's a fish. These are the Weathermen, lion snakes that they have, 1970s. Michael Fish. Oh, it will only be a little breeze. It will probably be mild. Everything will be okay. And then there was like a hurricane that blew down a billion trees and killed 1 trillion people. And he like didn't call it properly. But look at him anyway. And his name Fish. There's the Phoenician thing. Huh. Anyway. So do we remember Sue? Do we remember this lady? She used to read the news. Southeast News, because I don't remember Southeast News being from South Wales. I got stuff for fucking Lucy Cohen. Not that Lucy Cohen's. She's not. So I can't remember her. Did she get murdered on a bus stop? Maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember. They're still about. I got an old-fashioned sweet shop down by me with all the bottles of sweets, and you can still get a fucking sherbet flying saucer. How fantastic were they, guys? Can you taste it now? Just close your eyes. Taste that. A sherbet explosion that just happened in your brain. But what I didn't like is when I put it in my mouth, my mate used to like push basically the stick, and then he just like smack you in your throat and he'd kill you. So that happened to me a few times. Lollipops are lethal with, psychopathic friends. Anyway, who remember? I know you nearly pissed yourself then, didn't you? Spangles, fizzy cola flavour. This is what's so shit about this reality, guys. We have no fucking Spangles. We have no fizzy cola Spangles. You're upset, aren't you? Thinking how you've been robbed, aren't you? I know, I'm feeling the same, guys. I'm feeling like I'm never going to be complete without any fizzy cola Spangles in this place, or contented, because they're never going to reproduce them, are they? But don't worry, because I can time travel and I'll bring some back. But in the time travel process, they end up like sort of, well, a little bit melted. So that won't work. Don't worry. Do you remember these? This was your sauce for tomato sauce in Wimpy Bars. Wimpy Bars were the highlight of a Saturday afternoon in town. Wimpy Bars tasted like heaven. They were like White Castle burgers. I mean, they made your mouth water. After that, all burgers, right, have been shit since the Wimpy's of the good old days. Now, if you were a little girl, you would have had one of these. My sister had them, and I used to pick the things off, and she used to go fucking mental. I used to try and make, like, pick them out and try and make little faces. It's like, you've killed my pencil case or purse or whatever. Did you have one of them if you were a little girl or boy in the 1970s? Yes, you did. Don't even lie. Oh, Ace Rimmer. Yeah. Who don't love Ray Dwarf? Fuck me. Barry, his name is, isn't it? Jesus, he's aged, hasn't he? But we all have anyway, so don't worry. So yeah, he's a Red Dwarf, British television program. He's a hologram because Ace Rimmer. This one's not. This one's he's really really annoying to be around. But you know, grows on you. Oh, Matthew, look what's going on. His face, a bed, Sue, and look at it. Who, me? Yes, you, Sooty and Sweep. You did it, didn't you? You can just see the look on Matthew's face, the shock of what he just found when he walked in that room. Look at the look of guilt on little Sweep's face. Me? I didn't do nothing. Sue's a bit fucking quiet, isn't she? See, this is where children's telly, you know, warped our minds, guys. We thought this was all nice, fluffy hand puppets, and really, they were, but there was more going on. Look. Hit me with your rhythm stick. Dance this too fantastic. Now, I'm sorry, and I am sorry. I know he's probably in ghost form now, but I am sorry to Ian Jury, because I've seen him a few times. I've seen him with the music students, the blockheads, and a few times. But once at Glastonbury, we were all throwing mud at him. And he did say that if anyone else throws mud at him, he's going to leave the stage. And I'm a fucking wicked shot, guys. And, well, it hit me in the side of the face. But anyway, he walked off the stage and I was really enjoying it. But like I say, I do feel guilty. But, you know, mud bombs in Glastonbury is a tradition. You should have been jiggy with that. We weren't, were you? Yeah. Because you got like, he didn't have polio. Whatever they gave him was jab related, but he didn't have fucking polio because, you know, everyone had a sugar cube. But that's what they say happened to him. And he was a fantastic actor. And I really loved Ian Jury. Fantastic. I'm sorry about the mud, Ian. If you can hear me. Whatever. Do you know what? What would you give for a Macintosh's golden cup right now, guys? That smooth, velvety goldenness that just runs off your tongue. And as it runs off your tongue, your Brian says, "Thank you. That was so good." And it is, yeah. Do you remember a golden cup? If you were in America, you missed out on golden cups. They were like, let me just remember. I'm going to go searching. Maybe they're still around. They're not around. Anyway. What's for tea tonight, Mum? I've been starving to death on the bunk, pretending I've been in school, living on grass. Haven't eaten, like, since yesterday. What's for tea? Oh, goody. Vesta beef, curry and rice. That'll be nice. We didn't actually have poppadoms and all of that stuff back in the 70s because, you know, this stuff was thought of as, like, very exotic foreign muck, you know. Now traditional British food is like, well, curry. Curry is British food. Yeah. So what did it taste like? Well, it was boiled in a bag, so we didn't dry out too much. The paella one was all right. But yeah, that's lazy ass mum. Can't be bothered doing tea for the starving child. Just chuck it a Vesta fucking curry. That's for everybody in the 1970s, by the way. But don't worry, because we all lived on chip shop. This is the truth, okay? Without my chip shop, I would have died. Yeah, they say you are what you eat. Well, I was pie and chips, is what I was. Now, don't look at them too hard, okay? Because it will cast an evil spell upon your soul forever. All right? But these are the crankies. If you're in America land, it's probably best you don't know about these two. So they're a comedy act from the 1970s, and Jimmy Cranky Fandavi fucking does he get that finger out? That's her husband. So dig that the act is his wife plays a little schoolboy. So they're having some strange, like, Scottish fantasy on stage, and people are giving them money for it. So yeah, there's nothing weird in this world, admittedly. And I know why I was always vomiting in the 1970s and 80s. I was always spinning out violently and always puking my ring up. It's because of the wallpaper and the state of the fucking bathrooms. If I walked in there now, I'd be like nauseous and it's like, oh, fuck me. Disorientation would hit in. I'd have to hold on to the walls, smack my head on the sink, ends up fucked up on the floor. What happens? I don't know. The fucking bathroom just knocked me out. So yeah, what happens with 1970s taste? It just went like, what the shit? See him? That's Indiana Jones. He starred in the Temple of You're doomed, I tell you, doomed. So that guy off Dad's Army, he fucking knew a thing or three. He did. There it is. We're all doomed. Oh, I love him. He spent his whole life freaking out, thinking everything was just going to go to shit, and he reached 90 and nothing actually happened. He was so disappointed. This is the typical British male in the 1970s. Very, very heavy drinker, very, very heavy smoker, eats constantly, poos a lot, farts a lot, sits there thinking rude thoughts about the weather lady. And this is the typical, he's probably violent too, if he doesn't get enough alcohol or anything. This is the typical British male, okay? But it's a step above the British male of today. Give him that. Still got a bit of the man thing going on, okay? Okay, at least he hasn't got a bra on. Eddie Yates, superstar human being. This is what you should aspire to if you're a man, okay? You want to be an Eddie. Get that fucking vest on, yeah? Gain them pounds. Yeah, be a man. Wallpaper of the 1970s. I can identify one of these. I can identify that one in one of my relatives' house. That one, right? It's like you're tripping out and you ain't even had anything. Look at that. That one, oh, isn't that the cover of Stevie Wonder's Innovisions? Yes, it is, isn't it? But yeah, the dire wallpaper of the 1970s. So why did they do that? What was the mind control mechanism for fucking trippy as fuck, make you feel ill wallpaper? And do you know what? Never have a yellow kitchen. People always argue in yellow kitchens, I find. I started painting my kitchens green after a while, and well, the rows didn't die down, but it was a sound theory. Anyway, do you remember puffies? Puffies were fantastic. You could do loads with a puffy. Yeah, you could have a puffy that opens up and kept stuff in. Nothing to do with homage. It's called a puffy. Puffy. I've got a puffy. I got a puffy over by there. I love my puffy. Yeah. Put your feet up. Yeah. Posh. But you can utilize them as to leave your newspaper on. If you don't know what a newspaper is, young people, it's like Google, but in a paper form. And you pick it up or they drop it through the letterbox. I know you don't know what I'm saying. Don't even worry. It's not important. Anyway, history. This was one of the best episodes of Steptoe and Son ever, where he basically had to pretend to be his dead wife to collect the money. Steptoe and Son, one of my favorite programs ever in the history of reality. They if they were still alive, they should bring it back. Now, you could earn a living with these. No, I shit you not. Corona pop, right? So you get these bottles, right? Drink the pop, which wasn't 3 bad, okay? On the top there, it says 10p a bottle. So if you take like all of the crates of like Corona from the back of Wally's yard, and then take them around the front, and then give him his own crates full of Corona, it'll give you like a £5. And a £5 to like a 15-year-old, that's a fuckload of drugs and drink, guys. That's fantastic. Here they are, Harry H. Corbett, Apparently he served in the First World War. See what I mean about skeletons? What happens to all people? He's just like a skeleton with flesh on. He's homo. He stands up in this, and there's a lady outside the window, and he's naked. It's brilliant. It is. If you haven't seen, if you don't know in America, you're just missing out. You should just go. There he was, Freemason with, you know, the Beatles. Yeah. What was his name? Epstein, another Epstein. Oh, he loved his boys, didn't he? I bet he fucking did. And there he is, Addy H. Corbett. Unfortunately, he died because his contract ran out with Satan. And same for him as well. But yeah. Brilliant television. Oh, Brillo pads. Remember them? Yeah. Brillo pads. They're like wire pads you scrub your saucepans with. You probably don't know what I'm saying. You got a dishwasher. Forget it. So yeah, the man who died on the staircase. Apparently, there's been about 20 on this staircase coming down here. Holy fuck! Spin out, splat, or going up here. It's like, and where's your toilet? Upstairs. What? You mean up them stairs? Yeah, you got to go to the top of them stairs. I don't think I could actually manage that, especially if you was like, intoxicated in any nature. It'd be really, really fucking scary. My mother had carpet like this, but only in bright purple with swirls. That always used to make me feel ill all the time. Sally. I used to really love Sally in the 70s. Sally Elson, can't remember. But anyway, I remember thinking, oh, lucky Roberts, Robin's Nest. And even as a young child, I was thinking, this fucking guy, man. I was, guess, so fucking lucky. He's like, Robin is living in his house with, oh my God, I must be getting like old. I can't even remember her name. And Emma, anyway. I even had a dream about her once, but it wasn't rude. These are men. These were when men were still men, like cowboys, but they were all gay. We know that. But you know when men were men, yeah, this is what they look like, yeah. Ding, 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 ding. We jump fences. We do rolling on the floor with our pretending guns. We pretend we're Bodie and Doyle, or Dodie and Boyle, depends on where you come from. Yeah, these are real men. Yeah, the professionals are fucking fantastic. Don't even. Did somebody say? Did I hear somebody say the professionals were shit? No, that's right, because no one would ever say that, would they? Anyway. A little and large. All them years, them thinking everyone never thought that they were gay. But there they are. Heart Foundation, that was unfortunate because he dropped of a raspberry a few years ago and he was telling you there, I think I'm about to have a cardiac arrest. So Eddie Little and the other one, Large. They were a comic duo, really, really like B comedy. Okay. Like they weren't no Eric, Morecambe and Wise ever, So just a fond memory, I guess. And you won't remember him. He's from Wales, and I can't remember his name. This guy's covered in cocaine. No, ice. I think he might have been frozen. But the Carry On films are fantastic. I would love to write Carry On films. I would be brilliant to write. See what I mean about how fantastic Sweep is? So Sweep, yeah, he's no fucking glove puppet, guys. He gets out on his boat and rips down the motorway. Yeah, I don't know where he's going, but he's living large. He's getting out there and he's hitting the roads like all grey bunny rabbits should. Doing the Kowalski moment. The last free spirit in this world, guys. There he is there. How's your heart feel now? Free. I know, I'm mine. Now, I actually, to the manor born, okay, I actually named my sister after Penelope Keith because she had this, like, I'm posh and keep away from me, common person attitude going on, even with me, her brother. So she turned into, like, basically, to the manor born. So, do you remember the name of this chap? I liked him. This is a northern man. I'll smash your teeth in. Yeah. Anyone remember? Brian Glover. Yeah. This is a history lesson, guys, because this is more than 30 years ago. It's actually an antique. So it's actually now history. Okay. So I love Alec Guinness. Luke, I am not your father. So I sailed with Alec Guinness. He was my bosun on a ship in previous life. And there's The Lady Killers, my favorite films. That's a brilliant one. And yeah, he was a fabulous actor, you know. And he went completely fucking nuts on Bridge on the River Kwai, didn't he? Fucking capitulating with them Japanese. I don't know. Whatever. So, biscuit time. Okay, we mentioned ginger nuts on our last one. Okay, so if you are a ginger person and you're nuts, this is not a dig at you. Right. Jaffa cakes are the best biscuit in the world, but they shouldn't really be on a biscuit classification list. But the good thing is, in a biscuit Armageddon, Jaffa cakes will survive because they're not, you know, you can't really say that they're a biscuit, can you? So, Fox's Crunch Creams, absolutely gorgeous. Beanies will, bit dry for me. Yeah, go drinks too wet with that one. Cadbury's Finger. Huh. If you bite the end or two ends of a Cadbury's Finger, you can slurp up your coffee or your tea. Pink wafers, absolutely fantastic, but they makes the right mess of your tea. Ginger nuts, they're very Moorish, like crack cocaine. Okay, once you start with the ginger nuts, you can't stop them. Custard creams, I've never been a fan myself of custard creams. They'll have to be like, you know, like if there's nothing else left in the cupboard to eat except ravioli, but you're still going to leave it there because it's fucking ravioli. That's how I feel about the biscuits. They're the last ones there. Malted milk, absolutely love a malted milk, me. Nice, don't leave them in your tea too long, 10 seconds, and then basically it's at the bottom of your cup. Okay, these have got very short dunkability, but they are fantastic, and they're called nice for a reason. Jammy Dodgers, well, they are the mother of all biscuits. Now, what can I say about a Jammy Dodger? They're a biscuit with jam. Garibaldis are fucking lush. I love a Garibaldi, but me, there's nothing makes me happier than sitting there and caning half a packet of rich tea biscuits. There's nothing better. Chocolate hobnobs are the daddy of all biscuits. Everybody already knows that. But just below there is the hobnob biscuit, which is absolutely fantastic. But oh, I'm changing my mind so often here. Nothing beats a bourbon. No, no, nothing beats a bourbon, but maybe a digestive beats a bourbon. I can cane a few digestives. Right. Viennese, okay, and the Viennese, which I'm not really fussed on. So there you are. Which is your favorite biscuit? Hmm? Okay. Now, how many of these coaches did you cover in vomit when you were in school? Hands up, how many of you? Well, I can promise you that I vomited on all of them. And they all had this drail on as well, like with bits, like you never get it out. I bet you my vomit smelt on them forever and ever until they scrapped it. Back of the bus, always, because that's where you get up to the most mischief, try and have bags, and vomit into like crisp bags are no good to vomit in, the overflow in no time at all. And then I don't want to tell you the rest. I don't know. I can't remember her name. She's not altogether unattractive, but oh my God. I bet what's going on there. She's giving him the rectal thermometer. And she's like, well, he's only got tonsillitis, doctor. That's what's his name? Pompey, Frankie Howard. I like Frankie Howard. So she was a bit of a looker, wasn't she, Dot, when she was young? She was all right. She was nice, wasn't she? Okay, in like 1910. Nah, she's not that old. So there she is, Dot. Oh yeah, ma, got 20 quid. And she's the stupidest woman on earth because she keeps giving like nasty nip money like for 30 fucking years. There she is in a role as a drug addict. She played that one well. I remember that one. She looks like the guitarist out of Aerosmith there. And oh, she was pretty when she was young. Anyway, I think she's dead. No, I really do. I think she might be dead. I'm not checking on it, but I just get that instinctive feeling that Dot is dead the way she's looking at me. She's like, Martin, goodbye. Anyway, she could be dead. Right, people who stock up on poo paper are fucking stupid. And water, what for? Well, everyone who drinks water dies. You need this. This is your Armageddon stash, is what you need. You need loads and loads. You don't want to be running out of weed, going completely nuts, because that's what happens, isn't it? You know, you don't have your draw, you're just going back to your mental illness and ends up fucking killing everybody. Just saying. Oh my God. You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you. And that's supposed to be about like, what was his name? A dickhead out of Bonnie and Clyde. It doesn't matter anyway. So Carly Simon, Yeah, she's basically a singer from the 1970s. Do you know about her? Man, that's a massive jaw. Like, I mean, that's a proper massive jaw. Oh, hang on a minute. Sorry, this. I don't know. No, I'm not trans investigating Callie Simon for obvious fucking reasons, guys. Okay, but this is a Callie Simon appreciation seconds over with now. Victoria's Secret. There you are. This is real men of today, guys. Yeah. Never mind Eddie Yates sitting there scratching his bollocks and farting all day like real men should do. Now, yeah, put on that little dress, a bit of lippy. No one's going to notice the zits and moustache. Oh, this is so fucked up. This place is unreal. That would have been like, oh, mind you, in the glam rock days, you know, Matt Bolan used to put mascara on and makeup, and that was a thing, wasn't it? Whoever controls the media controls the mind. When once Jim Morrison did say. So, well, we know that already. Try telling that to everyone watches a telly every fucking thing goes on about it. This is nice. This is a bit of art that was done on a beach in a competition, like literally recently. I was trying to do the logistics in my mind, how long it would take you to actually collect all of them stones on the beach in sizes and then work your way up. So that's a lot of effort, but like fantastic. I love that. And I bet you had real good fun collecting all the stones. Nothing better than collecting stuff on the beach, I find, for therapy. It's like one of my favorite things, like ever. Beach class in it. Babe, can you move over a bit? But I don't have to mushroom. So, psilocybin, microdosing. Does it help? Yes. It helps reduce heavy metals in the brain, helps thought, helps keep you calm. It helps in every single fucking way. You're not tripping as such. It's just your being as better than you usually would be. It keeps away. It activates that serotonin. It keeps the you know. If anyone has like a sort of slump and depression, oh, fuck this place sucks. I'm so lonely. It's fucking shit. I only got beans on toast moment. I have a couple of shrooms. None of that's happening. It's all just like, well, it's not so bad, is it? Sort of thing. So, unfortunately, it's not mushroom season right now, but they cover the mountains in October. Welsh mushrooms are the best, by the way. Looks like pipes, doesn't it? Just keep scrolling down. Yes, just pipes. See? What's wrong with your minds, guys? What's happened? Have you been too close to the J-habbers? Because they got that pervy thing going on, haven't they? It might be just touching stuff and leaving like pervy toxin on door handles. Right. The truth at last. Mickey's been a player since the very beginning. Yeah. McKelder, we know all about her. So yeah, Mike, they're a happy couple. I think we should leave them alone anyway. They're not hurting anyone, are they really? Well, except when they're dropping bombs on people in Iran and Iraq. I mean, they're not hurting. They give him a Nobel Peace Prize for fuck's sake, guys. Yeah, he's like literally a. I'm not going to say. Oh, this happens to me all the time. When you push so hard on the toilet, the unintentionally teleport. Oh, this happened to me once. I ended up in a busy street. My trousers around my ankles. Actually, I'll tell you a true story. No, I won't. No, I won't. I won't tell you that story. But I did actually have a sort of episode in the helicopter field in Glastonbury Music Festival once after having food poisoning, which was very important, very embarrassing when the helicopter pilot's looking at me and about 100 people by the fence. Got to see like everything. Not that I care anyway. Now, you may not remember these, but years ago, far, far ago time, in the morning, the birds started tweeting. And then this sound came round the corner and it was like magic bells. Ding, 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 ding. And you used to think in your Brian, thank fuck for that, I've run out of milk. Because it would be a thing called an electric milk float, which means they floated. And not only that, they carried large amounts of milk, orange juice, eggs, and stuff, guys. Yeah, everybody worked as a milkman when they were a kid, when I was a kid. Except me, I didn't do it because the icy mornings. But I know if you're young watching this podcast right now, guys, this is a shock right through to you. You know, you're probably shaking right now. But yeah, we had it this good. Sorry. How many of you just had a sharp intake of breath? What kind of shitty reality doesn't do spiras? Can you remember how nice a spira was? They're like tastier twirls. Hang on, I'm going to have a moment of grief a minute and loss. I know that last round was like proper shitty, but this one's like fucking. It's like shitty walk. Do you remember licorice pipes? You can still get them down my shops. That's no. You don't. Do you know what licorice is? I don't like licorice, guys. Don't like it at all. I don't know what it is either. I don't even want to know. Right. She is also looks exactly like a relative. I think she's the evilest kid that was ever. I've seen the film The Omen. Right. So she's got like basically she's a psychopath. She mutilated her clown and ripped his arms off. And she's playing this really spooky game of nuts and crosses to fuck your head up. So what is this? This is a test card. So in between television programs, I used to have to sit, look at this picture for hours and hours and hours, waiting for fucking Playhouse to come on or whatever shitty television program. Can you remember these cups? Did you have them? No, we never had them, but I was in plenty of places that did have them. People thought they were awfully etiquette with their plastic shit cup holders. Don't work anyway. So this is a shock to you. See this? Do you know what this is? This is the first Grand Theft Auto, guys. Yeah, man. It was rad. So what would happen? This is called a television. Okay, is we had a computer game, and it was the first of all Grand Theft Autos, and you had a little bat, and I guess you could think it was like a game of tennis, and you go ping, pong, ping, pong, ping, pong, back and forth. And then you connect the Betamax video up and watch like Evil Dead because it's crap on the bunk from school. Do you remember these? If you put them right and you get them right proper down, right, you can get them to smack you right in the fucking face. And I promise you, these hurt. Anybody concur that these hurt if they hit you in the face? Anybody been hit in the face by these things? I can't remember what they're called. All right, well, they kind of fucking lethal, like champagne corks. Anyway, what a beautiful car, the Ferrari. Not good for steering around corners, though. They went like shit off a shovel, some of them, but they were really sexy. They were like the E-Type Jag for poor people. So it was all front end, you know what I mean? But they had no room in the back. Yeah, I had to go miles up country in the back of a Capri with my knees all fucking crunched up. It was horrible. But yeah, they were. Look, Minder had one, didn't he? Yeah, off of Terry. Yeah, would you slag off Terry, Dennis Waterman? Oh, there you go, job done. Do you remember this Ladybird book? It's not a joke one. This is a real one. I got it in the cupboard. I've got a stack of Ladybird books, guys. 3 Billy Goat Gruffs. You know the story of what happened? Do you? Do you want me to tell you? I can't. I forgot. CNA. Huh? He's just the man at CNA. And I don't have a say in the war games that they play. What do you think? Well, it was a shop. I think they're still about anyway, where my mother used to drag me in and all poor children had to be exposed to all this woman stuff as children. What about that? Legend said that be a blue part could erase ink. It's bullshit on toast. I've got actually proper pens here that proper erase. They're awesome. But honest to God, guys, like how many times in school was like you wrote "Sir is a wanker," playing around with your pencil, thinking it's gonna fucking rub out and it never. Huh? I know. Yeah, yeah. Prince Charming, Prince Charming. Adamant was all right. I liked Adamant. They had 2 drum kits, and I bet they were massive loud live. So I think he went basically up the lamppost. I'm not sure what happened to Adamant. He come back a few years later. But yeah, the genre, yeah, dandy boy, a little bit of an Indian going on, and this strange, like, sort of handkerchiefs, you know, like dandies thing going on. And it went down like a storm. He was massive back in, like, you know, probably 1981 or something. But yeah, it was good music. Amp music. Amp music. Holy fuck. How they've robbed us. The grief of it all. Yeah, Smith's tubes. I forgot about them. And now I remembered them. Some things you should never remember. Oh, they were lovely, weren't they? Smith's tubes. Captain Caveman. My very favourite cartoon character, well, one of them of all time, is Captain Caveman. He sounds fantastic and he's proper fucking mental, like scatty mental, like my kind of mental. I love Captain Caveman. Hands up who likes Captain Caveman. Yeah. If anyone puts hands down, they don't like Captain Caveman. I might think about timing you out. That's how much I like Captain Caveman. What about Tales of the Unexpected? Ding, 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 ding. And that woman, she's doing the dance in the background, but I can't treat you with that right now. So yeah, that's by Roald Dahl, who's like born like 2 miles away from where I live. I asked a local resident up in Llandaff when I was filming that movie, awfully rudely, was he a paedophile? And he's like, the guy's like, no, I knew him when I was young. He seemed really nice. I was like, yeah, just making sure. I'll call them all out. Oh, I hope Ernest Borgnine's not dead. So Airwolf was proper shit, guys. No, sorry, it was. The helicopter was fantastic, but all right, I'm lying. Airwolf was okay. Ernest Borgnine was the best part of it. If it wasn't for him, it would be crap. Anyway, now, where I live, right, we had these lethal devices. We called them bogies. And they got different names in the different parts of the world. Go-kart, lethal death machine. But we nailed ours, like, you know, a couple of pram wheels, scaffold plank, yeah, old car seat, nice bucket seat, yeah, couple of bits of string off the wheels for steering. You fucking nailed it. You literally go down a hill at like 40, 50 mile an hour to certain death at the bottom because it's a motorway. But we all had them and we took a lot of pride and care in our bogies. Did we not? I don't know what you called them, but we had bogies. Ah, California's highway patrol's finest. Poncho? Yeah? Would you want these fine gentlemen pulling you over on a highway? Huh? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. They're a little bit touchy. Yeah. It's kind of lonely out here in the desert, isn't it? It's not, you know, is it? Well, I don't give a fuck. I gotta get on, you know. Right. We did these, me and my sister. We built what these are called in America lands, everybody else, dens. We built dens. And it was exactly like that. We accidentally into our wooden table once, me and my sister thought it good if we cooked something and, well, caught the room on fire. But anyway, all kids do that. But so you have dens, so you can sneak one of your mother's fags into there. That's not dangerous. And you like literally put bed sheets on chairs, and well, everyone did that. It's called den. Mastermind. My mother got it for Christmas. I was so fucking disappointed. No questions. So it's Masterminds. I want to answer questions, but it wasn't. It was like battleships, and you got to stick studs in like Krypton Factor stuff. Shit. The cover was pretty good, yeah, but the rest was shit. So this is what happened to us all in the old days, right? Is if you eat a bowl of ready break, you glow in the dark, yeah, or you can just alternatively live in Hinkley or Sellafield or somewhere like that, or 3 Mile Island. But yeah, so as children going to school, I could literally see mine, and I thought this was definitely a reality. The Ready Breck had done this to me, because if I had sugar puffs, I just didn't have that glow. Didn't have that sugar puff glow. There he is. Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler, the president of all German countries and Scandinavian countries, probably by now, because his power is great. Yeah, the Hoff. Yeah, he's the shittest musician on earth. I don't know why they think he's good. But Kit, come on, who wouldn't want a Kit Kat? Yeah, tell you stuff. You don't need Google with Kit. Yeah, just tell her where to go. Takes you there, makes you cups of coffee, tips you off. Everything a man could want. Yeah. So he's had a spoiled little fucking life, hasn't he? Baywatch, fucking Knight Rider, and he's the president of the world, well, the German-speaking world, and all. Weird, all. And he's a shit singer, and they all clap and pretend he's good, but they haven't really got good taste in music anyway. I've noticed that. So we used to have to go around in parties with these. They were fucking pathetic. The light bar always fell off. And do you know these? Yeah, I ain't even joking when I tell you that they melt and burn your fucking hair off. I'm not even joking, guys. They get red off, blackens, and melted plastic next to your face. I'm not even joking. You're shitting yourself when you get down to this flashback, yeah, because you know that's just opposite your eye and you're going to get it. Anybody who experienced this knows that what I am saying is the truth. These were lethal. Kodak flashbars. Fuck me. You had to write a will to go into a nightclub. But I know you think them things in the toilet, in the urinals, are pineapple chunks, but they're not. I tasted, they ain't. These are pineapple chunks, guys. Cola flavor, is that your favorite? Or pineapple chunks? Oh, that's difficult, that is. Oh, that's like Marley or Hendrix question, isn't it? Oh. If I had to toss a coin, right, I would go for bastard. I can't make my mind up. All right, then the cola. Fuck. Do you remember this? The Zell medicated toilet tissue. So I don't know why they invented it. It was good for nothing, right? So basically what that did is wipe shit all over you because it doesn't stick to it. Even if you try crinkling it to give it some friction or some grab so you could actually, you know, do the function, it wouldn't do it. It just wiped it all up your back. It was the most used, like school Borstal toilet roll is what that was. Medicated toilet tissue, fucking de-invented. It was pathetic and messy and everything. So Wendy houses, yeah, my house. We were in a little house, but my one half of the room was occupied with my sister, casting spells in her Wendy house, and I had a teepee, a full-size teepee, across the other sides of the room. So there was no room for actual walking about or any normal family activities. But happy times. I know. I'm not even going to talk. I'm just going to let that one slide. I know. You know how good this tastes, doesn't you? I know. Yeah, the lemonade and the limeade and lager one wasn't all that, but on a hot 1978 summer's day, yeah, get that lemonade shandy top deck down your Gregory Peck, and life don't get better. And then you got a Sweeney as well, sticker. Okay, Hong Kong Fooey. Let's talk about Hong Kong Fooey. Who is he really? Is he the mild-mannered janitor? No, I don't think he is. Is he Margaret, the telephonist? No, I don't actually think he is. Is he the police sergeant? No, I don't actually think he is. You know who he is. He's the janitor in the cupboard. So fucking annoying that they do that at the beginning of it. But yeah. Hong Kong Fooey, #1 super guy. He's quicker than the human eye. So on 1970s cartoons, Hong Kong Fooey for me is up there on an 8, possibly a 9. Hong Kong Fooey. And Kato, his assistant. No, that's Batfink. Oh, he's also a 9. Don't worry, we'll get there. Bovril Crisps, guys. Football matches on a Saturday, freezing your gonads off with a cup of Bovril and a bag of Bovril Crisps. You feel so Bovril-y that you feel all warm and cushy inside because you're all Bovril-y. Do you remember Bovril Crisps? Right. Why haven't we got any? Because I really fancy a Bovril Crisp right now, don't you? One, because you got, like, do you know the beauty of a Bovril Crisp? I'll let you into a little secret here, guys. Everyone in this world should know this. Some Bovril Crisps are literally covered in more Bovril. I mean, they're proper flavory, tangy, tasty. The best. See, in this new realm, we can't have pleasures like that anymore, like a really Bovril-y crisp. So, you don't know what this is, do you? Do you know what it is? It's a Snickers. That's right. It's not a Mandela effect. I remember these. They were called marathons years ago when I was a kid. They were darker chocolate. They were a lot bigger because, like, everything is shrunk or just tastes like shit now, and nothing tastes like it used to anyway because it done something to the chocolate. So, in my Ladybug book collection I've got in my cupboard, this was one of our favourites. Well-loved tales. The princess had a pea. No, the princess and the pea. So the score is, dig this, she's got like hundreds of mattresses and there's a pea, like literally like a pea under the mattress, and she can still feel it on top of the bed. See, I could have diagnosed that right at the fucking beginning. I'm not going to go into details though. Fucking nutter. Oh, I met him. in my school hall there. He came to all the schools. So all he did all day is hang around schools, basically. And Peter Prowse, you may know him as Darth Vader. Before Darth Vader, he was the Green Cross Code man. Yeah. So he told you how to cross the road. Yeah. You wait until you hear a car, then you walk. He wasn't German. He was from Bristol. But yeah, so I believe he may have tumbled off this mortal coil sometime recently. He had a daft Vaders. So fuzzy felts. No, I had about 20 boxes of fuzzy felt. I'm telling you what, right? I'm not even joking, and I don't like to brag, guys, but I was the fuzzy felt master of the universe. I mean, some of my fuzzy felt pictures, I didn't even want to move. I left them on a shelf in my bedroom because they were that fantastic. So if you don't know what fuzzy felt is, don't even worry. But I'm promising you now, right? Fuzzy felt is where it's at. Honestly, I had cowboy and Indian fuzzy felt, I had war fuzzy felt, and you can just I loved fuzzy felt. Who remembers a 10 pence mixture? Well, it's a little bit different where I lived because you go down the shops, you have a 10 pence mixture and 10 pence separate, which is basically the shopkeeper gives you a cigarette. Yeah. So you can have a fag on the way home while you're eating your eggs and your cola bottles and your fruit salads. Yummy, 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 yummy. So yeah, 10 pence mixtures are still about. That's stupid. So who remembers Rent a Ghost? Mr. Meeking? Mr. Meeker? Rent a Ghost? Do anybody remember Rent a Ghost? You remember Grotbacks, but you can't remember fucking Rent a Ghost. I thought it was really, really good. I did. Master Meeking. He could basically, he was a ghost, this Jess, and he could like disappear and reappear. And I fancy doing that shit myself, like always. So there's loads of magic on it. Don't worry. I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I had it off with Farrah. And he is Lee Majors. He's a $6 million man, superhero of real life. Yeah, Lee Majors is an American. He has an American Lee Majors. Yeah, like Chuck. Yeah, that just makes him double hat. Anyway, so yeah, he was the fall guy, played a stunt man, and he packed in all his other jobs because nobody was watching $6 million man anymore, which is a shame. Anyway, don't cry. Don't cry. Not one of you. Okay. This is beautiful, isn't it? The Little House on the Prairie. Yeah. I hope they don't have bad years where they all fall down with some nasty illness and 3 of them die. But that won't happen because this is Little House on the Prairie and it's a beautiful life. They live in a log cabin. Yeah. He chops logs. Sometimes he gets a little upset and he goes out at like untimely hours chopping logs. They look out the window. They know something's on his mind. Usually the gang of bandits that are going to come and murder and rape and kill you all in that order. Who remembers Angelo Bubblegum? Did you get a little picture? No, that was the Joe one. But yeah, they used to really hurt your jaw when you were chunking them, if I remember. Proper jaw ache. That was too much bubblegum. And if I remember rightly as well, they're not good for bubbles. They had no bubble consistency. So what did British people do Saturday afternoon? We watched World of Sport or wrestling. What? Yeah, Giant A-Stacks and Big Daddy. Real name Shirley Crabtree, but I wouldn't say that to his face. They weren't really big, man. They were overweight from the 50 pints that they, what they all get thing going on. Anybody? 10 points? Yeah. This was after Star Trek. Yeah. Can anyone remember her name? I can. I'm not going to share it with you, though. Okay. TJ Hooker. Who said TJ Hooker? Okay. You win Spirit Levels music. Good guess. Which was, I never bothered watching. I thought it was shit. I only watched a couple. World of Sport, Dickie Davis. He was a naughty one, old Dickie Davis. He was well named, wasn't he? Dickie Davis. So, yeah, he was, basically, he talked stuff. And a pretty girl came over and gave him papers, which he shuffled, pretended he looked at when he was watching her walk away, then forgot what he was saying for a little while until the auto cue. And his Brian reactivated. So this is what he would do for 3 hours in the afternoon till they got all the horse racing results. Because you can see I've closely scrutinized this fucker. I got his number. Listen, I break everything down, especially Dickie Davis's behavior. Anyway, Dreamland, where they make your dreams come true. That's a big statue, isn't it? I wonder why they got a fire hydrant right by there. So I can't recall. It's basically it was a theme park in Luna Park, New York City, Coney Island. They had some crazy shit going on in our Luna Park, guys. I don't know. We'll talk about skeletons in the near future. I got some ideas anyway. It's all very, very interesting, especially in the simulation thing. And the dew line, if you're going to have a nuclear bomb war, right, you got to shoot nuclear bombs over the North Pole to hit Russia, and they do it. But unfortunately, not in the real world. They don't like fly a jet from, say, New York City, say, to Moscow over the North Pole. Or they don't go like from Toronto to, say, Vladivostok, like here, because it would be a really, really short distance if they was to do that, wouldn't it? But they don't do that, do they? Because they say it's too fucking cold and stuff and ice, which is bullshit. It's all bullshit on toast, okay? There's something else completely different going on in that northern region, and they're keeping everyone well away on strict shipping routes and flight routes. Now, the year I started high school, this started. So these became my family. Yeah. Tucker, you naughty boy. And Pogo Patterson. We had a kid in school that couldn't stop fucking eating. Guess what his name became? Pogo Patterson. Got Humphreys. And the classroom of Grange Hill, which was actually really good. Got shit later on. They all started wearing dresses to school, and I got into the 90s or the 40s or whatever the fucking age we're in now. Have you noticed how everything's like all this stupid dancing's turns up and everyone started jitterbugging and going back to 1940s? Oh, it looks really, really good and all of that, but it's like there's something going on with it, guys. Where the fuck did that come from? With all the other shit that just arrived, all the new foods, all the new drinks. Doombar. Doombar 1 year and fucking 2 years ago. Where the fuck? And why the miserable name? Soda Stream. I wanted a Soda Stream for Christmas, but one of my mother's friends told her that they're actually shit, and you got to spend a fortune on the stuff to go in them, and you can't get hold of it. So I think that was sound advice. So we didn't go down the Soda Stream path. Charlie. See, that's not cheap shit. Yeah, it's not. Women used to smell yummy with Charlie on. You know, we used to have like, I wasn't an Old Spice man. I used to use a Brute. Yeah, a bit of Brute, like splash it on all over, a bit of Brute. Yeah. And women used to think Brute smelled fantastic. And I used to think Charlie smelled fantastic. As long as you didn't get sweaty on the dance floor, because then it got a bit of a smell of urine. I've been to Buttermoon. I fucked up Mr. Spoon. Buttermoon. So yeah, they went up in a big bean can. So who remembers Buttermoon? Yeah, it's actually the Apollo 11 mission, the real one. Oh, happy sad times, isn't it? Yeah. I know. Oh, gentlemen, money, mummy. I think there was a sort of weird relationship going on with this guy and the Honey Monster, because he was always like sort of clutching up behind him, and look at his eyes looking at him, and his face is always giving something away, and the name of the cereal anyway, Sugar Puffs. Just saying. So Honey Monster, yeah, he was stuff of nightmares. Dentine, haven't they got that anymore in this realm, or has this disappeared as well? These I didn't mind. I was more of a Wrigley's person, but I didn't mind a Dentine. I thought they were a bit small, a bit skanky, and they didn't last very long. Am I wrong? No, I know I'm wrong. I know. Oops, upside your head. I said, oops, upside your head. So when Oops Upside Your Head comes on in the dance floor, right? Yeah, in a disco, right? If you're a genius, you work out, you ain't going to get no boy in front of you, and you ain't going to get no boy behind you. So what you want to do is you want to go in late. So make sure that you can get in between two women, because you don't want a boy oops upside in front or behind you at all. So there's a strategy with oops upside your head. And if you get it done right, yeah, fucking nailed it. So yeah, that's right. The noble art of oops upside your head I was good at. Monkey. Now, is there anything better in this reality? The monkey was Trippy Tarker. Let's think about Trippy Tarker, the monk a minute. No, I think that's a chick, or is it a little boy, or is it a chick, or is it a little boy? So Pigsy was really good. Kind of liked him. He was a bit greedy. Foggy was good. I liked him. He came out of the swamp. and he's got skulls. But nothing is better than Monkey. Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a little cloud or a stick that I could pull out my ear and it just goes bam, massive fucking magical sword thing. So it was one of the best programs in the history of reality. Um, so they've done a lot with reality. The Chinese, they got let me give us Monkey and Chow Mein. Thanks. Don't cry. He's all right. I know he got homeless and turned like into a meth addict, but in the end, it all went all right for him. But here he is in his younger years, before he got them drugs into him. He's Paddington Bear. And I can't look at him. Can't look at him. Batfink, my wings are like shields of steel. Says Batfink, and Kato is assistant. Yeah, see Batfink? Yeah, you can't get him. Do you know why? That's right, because his wings are like a shield of steel. I just told you. Do you remember this? Yeah. This guy, he's well stoned. This is called Finger Mouse. Now we had a couple of different versions. We had Finger Pops, but we had Finger Mouse, and he whispered stuff into his ear, right? But we can't hear it, which I always thought was unfair. But he can hear it, and he always tells us what the mouse is saying. So I hope he's not changing what the mouse is saying, because that would be lying, isn't it? I'll be the same pair. How many of you can remember this? Wayne. Yeah, he lasted about 3 episodes, spent all his money on heroin and prostitutes and died. Who else is there? He turns out a big Hollywood star, Timmy, so he probably sold out early. Also him, he ended up in all big Hollywood movies, or Mars. He didn't end up anything shit. So about Jimmy Nail. Oh, he ended up singing a couple of good songs. I think he's dead. And I think he died as well. So I don't know. The curse of I'll be the same pet. But it was fantastic. It showed working men's British attitude, and especially if you're from the north. So it's a bit more refined there. Oh, the Diary of Adrian Mole, 13.5 inches. No, it actually doesn't say that. It says age 13.5. Sorry, by Sue Townsend. I had this book. I love the part where he was like sniffing at Airfix glue and he couldn't get high on it. I was like, yeah, I tried that. So yeah, do you remember that? Just saying it would have been more fun. So yeah, that was a good book. Do the shake and back and put the freshness back. Do the shake and back and put the freshness back. If you've got a good vacuum cleaner, it'll get it all out. Otherwise, you're fucked and it's there for good, because that's the score. If you've got a shitty Hoover, it doesn't suck it all up. Yeah, and you're left with white all over your carpet and just rubbing it in. It was fucking useless. She didn't warn you of that on the advert, did she? So, strong people don't put others down, they lift them up. Okay. So when people are slating you or laughing at you or whatever, okay, that's just them. They're sad motherfuckers is the score. So isn't that interesting? The 1970s, we went through different musics that defined all of our lives. I was a skin, but these were around everywhere. Punk rockers, probably heard of them, haven't you? Yeah. Oh, they even have them in the modern day, a version of them. There they are. So I've seen all the punk bands you could imagine. Susie Sue, Becky Bondage from Bristol. There he is, Sid, the absolute dead, not legend. So I'll put a padlock around your neck and throw the key away because Sid's done it. Listen, that's not a good fucking strategy. Anyone recognize this chick here? That is Hazel O'Connor. She did a few albums, few tours, Breaking Glass tour, and got quite famous with her punk rock gang in London town. And then they're all down to Kings Road, Carnaby Street, or something like that, all punk rocked up. Yeah, you see, it was all fab, right? The punk rocks, the skins, all of that, and the the bikers and all of that. And then the new romantics turned up. Holy fuck, it was awful. They danced by waving their arms around, never to the music. It's like, oh, so you don't go with the rhythm of the music, you just wave your arms around. It was so embarrassing. It was all like, arty farty. So she appeared in the Great Rock and Roll Swing. Don't recall her name. Like demonic little customer, that one. So yeah, we all look like that. I didn't. I look like this. Okay. Although everybody in my area actually looked like this. And if you sort of didn't look like this, well, you just get your head kicked in regularly. But I quite enjoyed it. I thought the skinhead fashions were fantastic. I mean, I like Ben Sherman shirts, two tones, always polished, beautifully polished shoes. It was always groomed and well turned out. But like, it got psyoped, didn't it? And then like everyone's like thinking like skinheads was racists, and it wasn't, because in the beginning we was all into fucking reggae because that was the music that resonated with us. But they had like a psyop going on, so then everyone thought like, even the two-tone thing, because that caused an opposition against people. Oh yeah, bring us all together. But then it's just like making it a subject, which isn't a subject. So it was just like just a dialectic, playing us against one another. So most people in British council estates, did this. Okay, we went on to the football match on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, basically either got your head kicked in or somebody fucking else did. That was normal behavior for a Saturday afternoon for everybody in Britain. I can assure you of that, okay? As crazy as it sounds. So it was very violent, aggressive, stupid era to live in, was the 1970s and 80s. Skeletons and funks. Anyway, we're moving on. We're moving on to some history. History lesson. What's going on with Saratoga then? Yeah. So I didn't think it was like a big important city in New York, Saratoga at all, but like you get these like crazy buildings. So we're having a little bit of a mud flood. I'm going to come back and talk to you all in a minute. I haven't got a clue what's going on, and I don't want to talk all night because like I haven't got to talk head on me. So it looks like one of those railway stations, but there's no like trains going to it. Is that train in the background? Possibly. Yeah. Out in the mud. Nothing going on around it. No infrastructure. Just a big, lovely, palacey looking thing. Train station. Middle of nowhere. Looks like some crazy old architecture in Saratoga. I mean, who would know? I've seen a few of these. One in Belgium. Just like a spire sticking out of the ground. Monument. Window at the top. Observation platform like they got on the Washington Monument. What's this aerial here? That's interesting. Oh, that shouldn't be there. These are from the 1870s. Look at that being the 1870s. It looks like an aerial for a CB radio, doesn't it? Anyway. So, Saratoga. It's got some beautiful buildings. And I didn't realize what big place it was and how established Tataria was. The size of these places. So they are blurred, but they are from 1870. And these must have been some sort of invigoration technique where you would go. They all got antiquitech. They're all, beautiful geometry if you was to look from above down on the design on the roof. And then they're all sort of under this. So I feel it's more than just once for brass bands or just hanging around when it's drizzly. I really do feel like it's some sort of invigorating science where they come out of there like when you come out from an orgonite pyramid. I don't know if any of you have been under an orgonite pyramid, but you come out feeling tingly and light, and just better. So I feel it's along them lines of technology, like orgonite technology. So again, big established buildings are looking mud flooded, but nothing going on, no people, just mud. All these big buildings and all them windows. Where is everybody? And what you find in Saratoga, they got a lot of these bandstands. They're like in every park, in every British park, somewhere you will have one of these bandstands. But like we've been saying in this subject all along, they're all fitted with that strange antiquitech. This wouldn't be anything to do with a brass band playing tiddly pum pum. They were something else, and carousels as well. Because in the film Carousel, the movie Carousel, he spins around on a carousel and he time travels. He goes through to another dimension. He actually sees himself murder somebody, and it's part of karmic lesson. But they had mirrors on these carousels as well, which is always a part of it. So carousels, these bunko booths, these bandstands, some sort, in the old world, they were something else. So Congress Hall looks like a bit of Greco-Romano massiveness going on. Sorry about the graininess, but as I said, they're getting on a bit. So they did like their lovely parks, the so-called, well, they're not Victorian if they're from America. They wonder what they call them there. I'm going to cover the Edwardians because it blew my mind to think, only this week is, how little we know about them. It's just, how come? How come? It's just within my, my lifetime, there were still Edwardians around, and their world is just like, what? No, they had electric lighting. Is that possible? 1870? Little balls of light. And what a beautiful little facade there. Portico's Congress Hall. So another one of these bandstands. Nothing on top. Nothing going on with it either. Looks like something's missing from the top. The plants are well established. So gas, electric. Seems to be the same as the other ones. Congress Hall Bridge, made of metal. So that's a bit more established. I guess got some grass covering the mud. And there's this being constructed. Look at the wood and all that. Looks like something out of a fairground. Ah, look at this. And these lower windows here on this, on the town hall. All town halls have that. Look at the decoration here. This city, Saratoga, a bit gutted, they're a bit grainy, but I could appreciate they're old. Colombian what? Is that Spa? SP, I don't know, 7 maybe. Looks like something's missing off that, but it's a sturdy structure and big sturdy columns. Okay, we got the telegraph. That's understandable, 1870s. We should have that. It's only horse and cart. Not going to have no electric trams at that period. There's a lot of stuff going on with the roofs, though, as you always find. Ah, so they had a bit of snow inside a toe. And nice building. The trees are quite high, so they are well established, and looks like it's a bit of a luxury place. Looking at their hotels. Wow, and that is the United States Hotel. Looks Moorish. Oh wow, look at that. The doors down below ground level there. And there's literally a street there or a walkway underneath, if you can see that. You see that? If people could walk then, if you went under the street level. Oh, that is interesting. That's a good one. But yeah, this Moorish feel. And Saratoga, what's it doing there? Oh wow, look at this. Not like something I've seen before either. Down there in the lower door. No street level. Oh, definite all-world muffler there. Looks like these big seaside hotels you see in Britain sometimes. So I don't know what they're doing out embroidering, whatever they do at that time period. I don't know, it's really weird. And what are they doing? I don't like the look of whatever's on the floor there, guys. It looks a bit sinister. Shame I can't clean up that image. Damn. And these. Got crazy lighting or water features. Is that a light in there? Yeah. A light on top. So what's all the rest for? It's aesthetically pleasing, yeah, but it looks more going on to me. It's a free energy device. So that's hollow wood framed thing. See straight through that one. So what would be its purpose? Portico thing. Beautiful gardens. You can still get them around the place, but well, look at that one. They put a bandstand musical pavilion. So you can listen to Tiddly and Pum Pum on the water. What is that on top of there? So you've got aerials coming up here, 1870. So, what technology could that possibly be? A couple of portals, round thing with like giant wires coming off it. Aerial. The tech. Has to be something to do with the water as well, man. Got you thinking. So there's a lot of wooden frame buildings. What is this then? Columbia Springs. Okay. It's another spring. Always a clue. There's something going on with the springs. And the spas. Again, look, that aerial. Oh, you're an aerial. So, yeah, the people are really little, but their ceilings are fantastically high. Why? Do they need to make them buildings so high? There's no well building, and there would have been giants occupying there some stage. Oh, that's a cleaner image. Mud flooded down there. God, look at the houses they had back in the day. Oh, look at this one. All the lower windows. So, mindful I did. Oh, that one's a cracking one. It's built up on a corner. The mud's come down here. You can see it's cut there, that window there, and then declines away. Same that side. What came running in, burying that building, which is probably only the top of. And that's the bus stop. They were a bit better years ago. No, it might be. I don't know. And builds a big, beautiful German-looking building out in the middle of nowhere. It's got like these lower windows as well. Ooh, don't know. And that, look at that. What is that? It's like a church. It's got a door to go in, windows, must have stairs. Like a spire, observation thing. Massive. Wow, look at it. That is crazy. And you get up to see out of there. So it's basically an obelisk, isn't it? Like Washington Monument, same thing going on. And the opulence in hotelage. So they got it going pretty good. Masonic floor, checkerboard floor. So, oh, that's a strange. Is that a bar? I wonder what that is. Yeah, I think it's just the bar. Island bar. I think it might be. I don't know. And a restaurant. So yeah, Saratoga's not what I thought, but nothing is ever what I think in this place anyway. So yeah, quite nice there. Very impressed. And I was just an odd image was the Lion of Belfort, a citadel in France, and I was just wondering about this image because, all right, you get the massive citadel, which is like on melted rock. I get it. They put an absolutely massive lion on the side of the cliff. Why? I don't know. There's some sort of camp enclosure. And then I just thought it was curious that everything outside this wall was in absolute ruin. Like bits, like of old world and just bits. Somebody was doing a bit of picking and shot off the image. So yeah, look at that. Size of that lion. The Lion of Belfort. So I guess it's the emblem or some caper. Okay then. Now guys, I'm just going to be showing you the conference video right now. I'm coming back in a second. Actually, I'll come back to you all now. I'll put that on. I'm going to make sure my volume's all right. Whether anybody's actually even here is a good thing. And I want to see you all and shout you all. Am I here? Am I here? You can see me. I thought I was invisible. Okay. Hi, Smear. Good to see you. So, was that good taking part in that, like, quest on memory lane? It's good, wasn't it? Conference tickets. Thanks, Hippie Shake, for linking them up. Okay, yeah. So, links are available in the description box below. If you're going to get a ticket, get a move on, okay, guys? Because this is not going to be good for you if you miss it. You'll be like saying to yourself the rest of your life, "Wish I'd have gone." So just letting you know in advance, okay, guys. So Holistic Media, who is lovely in India, and Sherry Ives. I've got my American Civil War map that Sherry sent me, and it's old and it's in crinkly paper. And another really trippy book with sort of measurements for science stuff, like flat earthy. But Bingo, good to see you. Kelly Dolan, good to see you. So Flatterday is upon us, only 2 days away. I've got a lot of that ready, so I'll need to bit of time to get the rest together. Did the mud flow downhill? I think it could have bubbled up as well if it was a vibrational quality, and it could have pissed down from above, indeed. Because in a lot of pictures we see of Piranesi, a lot of the Roman buildings have got like plants and just grass on top of the buildings, which sort of suggests that there was mud on top of them. But they could have been just that deep under the water. Skull Asylum, we know. Jolly Man, good to see you. Kelly, Romany Bear, how's it going, my brubski? Good to see you. Benny Boy. So that's one another. So there you are. There's my observations of history via Martin Liedtkes Brian. Hi, Frankie. Hi, Skull. Hi, Samir. Okay, what else we got? Jennykins is here. Brenham's here. And Stoked Fren is here. Andrea, who's going to the convention as well. Devora. Lilliput reptiles in human form. Who even knows? The way reality works is like if you're envisioning it, it sort of semi comes into fruition. So you got to just like watch your thoughts, and that they give you the thoughts to think, especially like nightmare murder movies. So how many movies do they produce when there's always fighting on there or guns being shot and stuff? You know, like all of them. No. Valerie Parks. I found like I just can't look at them or just listen to them or anything. That sort of thing. It's all negative charged, isn't it? And it's supposed to be as well. So death on there, fuck's sake. Martin's other channels, yeah. So Martin Liedtkes channel, I tested yesterday. As far as I know, I can go live on there, but they've taken the monetization away, and I don't know whatever limitations I got on the channel until I actually post there Saturday, is what I'm saying. So, Sergey Liedtkes FEB, my much love to you, Steve. I posted photographs of you out in Whitby last week with your fur coat you had when you walked across the tundra solo. Both Benny Boy and they did want to give us anything nice. Don't know what that's all about. It's discussion between people. So, Benny Boy, there you are. Good to see you, my friend. So, if you have got the ability to share this out, please do so, because I'm on this is my backup channel, or whatever it is, I don't even know. Jeffrey Griffin. Oh yeah, this is a think tank channel. Essential, actually. The high pitch beeping is actually quite annoying. I can't hear it now. Well, Benny Boy, everyone keeps fucking telling me, and I sit there and listen to it agonizingly because I can't stand my videos, and I don't hear shit. Somebody says it's my mouse. I don't know. I haven't got the tech, mate. It's all fucking years old. Can't do nothing about it. Just be mildly grateful that I'm here making the effort in the first place. Sorry, I haven't got all the posh technical shit, but you know, it's what it is. The Last of Us. All my stuff's like fucking old. I gaffer tape it all together. Everything is different in retrospect. Indeed, Fiona, dear. So I'm going to share about the convention now and a couple of more things, and then I'll be getting out of here to go and do shit because there's so much happening. It's hard to imagine. Turbo, good to see you. JT and Brian Evans. It's happening back. So if I missed any of you, I'm very, very sorry. I'm going to share screen now. Okay, back in. Birmingham is going to be brilliant. Got a boat. Got the boat. Well, you're not bringing the boat in. You're going to have actually your boat on Birmingham Quay, something like that, is it? That'd be pretty fucking good, actually. I've seen that. It's only behind Jury's as well, that canal. So I do know what you're on about. So, the Holy... Oh, hang on a minute. Let me get rid of that off the screen. Hi, Lindsay, dear. Okay, and Daniel Pollock and Matt Moore. Okay. Shit Queen. Okay. So, this is what India does. She makes little links for my funky books, which I'll show you in a minute. In case you didn't know, the Holy Grail of our flat Earth. Okay. Which is a decode out of antiquity for the electromagnetic model for this place where we live. And this bringing everything else up to speed. Actually, there's so many questions in there. Go way, way back. Go for questions I was thinking like 6 years ago. Coming to this book. Okay, truths. And in case you didn't know, I got a shop. You can buy any Flat Earth British or literally convention logo stuff, which is linked below. I'm trying to get it to go onto my YouTube thing, but you know, it's whatever it is. So look, Dave, he's all over the internet, everywhere. So we're going to play his video for a second, okay? Oh, so many of them. I don't want to get copyrighted, so make sure it's one of mine. This one we're actually playing. So Celtic Tatarian channel. Cool.
My name's Dave. I'm just an ordinary bloke from Basildon. I'm not super smart, but I'm not stupid either. For about 15 years now, looked into various aspects of the truth, starting with 9/11 and going on to different topics from there. So I got into the flat earth in the summer of 2014.
And it's about time that we stood up to perceived authority, because here's the secret. It's us who's the authority.
So we're here at the vaccination centre in Eastbourne. We're just going to serve a notice of liability on that vaccine centre. We previously did a doctor surgery, which was very good, and as you heard, we actually managed to serve it on a doctor.
Hi everyone. Hi Dave, I'll let you go. Before we start, I don't know if you any of you know that there's a new initiative out there about common law peace constables. Yeah. Has anyone heard of them? Yeah. Well, okay, so I am now a common law peace constable. Thank you.
Real radio. Radio. I really enjoyed it. I really appreciate you coming. Real relevant radio. Real relevant radio. It made me want to wake up and say you can't sit down
and reporting a crime on their terms. Because, as we all know, when you report a crime, it's a legal requirement under Section 3 of the Lynch Criminal Law Act 1967. This is one for everybody to remember. The police have to investigate a crime that's reported.
Real radio.
You do realize you put the energy into anything that's on your body. If you want it to be cursed, you could. Or if you want it to be good, you absolutely can do that too. You're put the energy that you want into it. It does not matter. Remember, we create every moment. In between a moment, to create a better reality. Even if it's on your
Real relevant radio.
We do want to advocate for all of you that are putting out, some more conscious music. If there is some truth being put in there in the music, then we definitely want to advocate it in some way, shape, or form. So please do. I urge you to get those bits and pieces in. And in the meantime,
Real relevant radio. Real relevant radio.
Oh, it's cousin It's. You've been gone so long. Dave was best I've ever seen. He was the best. It's fantastic. I didn't say the same. What a work, Dave. That was wonderful. Woo! I had so interesting conflict. I had anything close to your way. Sorry, I'm best. All of a sudden, it came.
Wow, that's a fuck ton of fantastic things we managed to just magic up. Wow. So let me come back. Am I here? Am I here? I am. Hiya, guys. So thanks for popping by on a Thursday night. Thursday to come and visit Flat Earth British, who is sharing his time traveling experiences with you to give you an education how things were back then, like the Vesta curries and things. And now realizing out there, guys, that you know that you live in a realm without spangles. Criminal, isn't it? Cola spangles. So that's where we're at, guys, and the truth in. Make sure to come back to Flatterday. Okay, that Flatterday will be the last Flatterday before the actual conference itself. Okay, so the excitement is going to be building through the week, and things are going to be getting absolutely crazy around here. Okay, guys, so make sure not to miss a thing. Subscribe to all Flat Earth British channelage and all the other stuff that goes on in Flat Earth British, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, all of it. I don't know. So I'm going to give you all a big shoutage. Then I'm going to fuck off because my stomach is telling me, Matt, you're just going to eat something now before I eat you. Thank you for streaming. It's my pleasure. I actually enjoy it. Yeah, I was self-indulgently reminiscing, looking at old pictures of the 70s. I thought it was really good fun. And I thought if it tickles me, people who remember some of that, it will tickle them too. And if you haven't seen it all before, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's all history lesson. Old stuff. Yeah. Boom. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Jolly Man. Thank you, Karen Dirt Precious. Say hi to Rob. He's there watching. You watch me on your big television. Oh, Sax. Yeah. Can't do it. There she is. Sir J. Leaker, who's renamed himself me. Simoe. And Stacey Dia. And did you just see your picture of you outside under that hut thing in my last convention, Mel? Did you see you? Oh, just saying. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I didn't even know. Hope everything's going all right with all the crazy weirdness is going on. This realm is infinitely fucking strange. So tomorrow is Sunday. Rest up, recharge your batteries, because as I said, things are going to get lively around you. We need to be spiritually charged. Okay. So loving intent prayers out you all outwardly into the ether. And still gone. Sorry, I just zoned the fuck out again. That keeps happening. This is why I got to get off YouTube right now. But I start sitting there just thinking while you're all there. Empty airtime. Airtime's a big no-no on YouTube. Esley, good to see you. Hey, Nadia and Gibora and Kelly. And you missed it. Should I go back and have a look? It was really good. Zamoxich, Glenage is in the house. Flare jeans and big collars in the 70s. Yeah, you see this crazy shit my mother put on me. Fucking dicky bows. Fucking paisley shirts, flares, all of it. Agonizing seeing them pictures. Shit they used to put on you. But that was close to the era, so I was supposed to just put up and shut up, don't you? So my mother was a bit hippie. So I thought it was a good idea. For Effie, good to see you. Well named for Fanny Blue. See how I never said Fanny Blue? I'm getting good at this, isn't I? No practices. Samia, hey up, sketch, love. Hey up, duck. That's where they talk up north. If I talk up north, they don't understand one word I'm saying. I've tried it. They just look at me with their mouth open. I think I just spoke Urdu at them or something. Fucking ridiculous. I can understand every word I'm saying. I don't even sound Welsh to me. I sound proper posh to me. But that's just in my head. Anyway, Brian, much love, brother. Hope we catch up one day soon again. Squirrel Sniper, my brother. Thanks for your eternal patrolling, which I know is tricky. Yeah. My nana put me on parade. Yeah, we'll be addressing some of the bigger questions in life on our Flatterday show, Flatterday. You know, why have men got nipples? Which is always a really big question, isn't it? Why would it be wrong to watch porn with your grandmother? That needs to be addressed, whoever's doing that out there. There's thousands of the bigger questions in life that we have to address, guys. We just get there, okay? That's for the time trip, Martin. Don't worry. I've been time traveling like my whole life, turns out. Thanks, Martin, as well, to you, Mel. 11 Mel. Hope I got that right. So, yeah. I'm here, but my Brian is like literally gone somewhere else. Does that ever happen to you? No. Only all the time you said that, then. I heard you. So, yes, much love from Wales. We keep a welcome in the hillside. We're very nice. Yeah, we have never had wars. We don't bomb anyone. We're lovely people. Martin, are you the only Welsh dude I can understand? How is that? Because, like, once you watch Flat Earth British twice, then you become fluent at Martinese, which is a very select form. You know, we got our own words. I mean, did you know all my words? Some of my words in the Urban Dictionary. So I've changed reality on so many levels. Stonking. Oh, thanks, Alexa Allen. A good night, dear Martinage. Apparently, you got like people in New York City saying "idge" on the end of anything. They're going, "Can we give me a burger, idge, please?" So I've been told. That makes me giggle. A little bit of me somewhere else in the world, or us. So thank you all, lovely people, for showing, bringing your vibrations. Have an epic weekend, whatever you do. Relax, chill out. Don't think bad thoughts. Don't fucking make up future stuff in your Brian, because I fuck shit up, like stuff that hasn't happened yet and possibly won't arrive because it never ever does anyway. And inventing stuff in your Brian would be my advice for Sunday. Okay, instead of that, live in the now moment. Put some chilling tunes on and think good thoughts of what you want to do rather than scary thoughts that they put there. Does that make sense? Well, that's logical conclusion, that is. Okay. Mucho love as well, Fally Blue. Anyway, thanks, guys. I got to go. So, see you Flatterday. Make it a date. 9 o'clock GMT sharpage. Do not be late. Okay. So, make sure you run to your chair. And I will be there. Okay. To bring the entertainment and the love. All right. Sound like a deal? Sweet enough. All right. Then. Thank you, Valley. No negative thoughts, because that's them. Okay, you're getting it. It's not easy. They come in all the time, but it is them. It's an external source. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, obviously, because it's not logical to our, like, survival mechanism against us, isn't it? How can that be? How can our psyche, our subconscious, be fucking us up and telling us stupid shit all our lives? Think about it, guys. That can't be right. So, fuck it off. Okay, vibes. That's you. Anyway. On that note, I got to go. Much love. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Boom Shankar and all good things to you all.